Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
In a tale of two halves, Astralis have lost both pistols, but doing it in front of a home crowd might have given that power they needed just enough to survive here over Team Liquid, finding success in the first map on Inferno. It will be a time to shift gears over to Nuke, but not before we start to summarize, digest, and maybe even divulge a little bit into why it went down in such a close fashion, Chad.
Yeah, both pistols at the first one round, Twist had to have that big 1v2, right? So you think about this game, it was what I wanted to see. There was the back and forth in Banana within that first half, which Astralis were able to win. That was forcing Liquid to go for those faster or, I guess, earlier round A plays. But the back and forth, the mind games in the first half was great for me to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot about mid-round situations as well. It came down to the 3-on-3s, 3-on-4 type of situations, and we saw on both sides actually some great individual plays and just being thinking on their feet in those situations. We saw Twist with Magical situation. He had 3K with a 30 HP left. And Quad just waiting for the right key moment for him to make that impact. And things like that happening, obviously, as we go on in the game. Astralis was the one that managed to get those key situations under control. So that was a great game of Counter-Strike to watch.
Yeah, for me, like the whole situation in Banana, because I said that I thought this was going to be, you know, the CT sides where the game was going to be lost, right? And Liquid CT side, they weren't running the double AWP, so they weren't having Nitro over there with the AWP. Taco was trying to AWP over towards A, but they didn't have the same proficiency of utility usage to take back Banana control. They would throw their standard stuff to try and get it, and then as soon as they would drop that Astralis smoke, which they always do, puts out the Molotov, they linger in it, they use a little bit of more utility, then they limp up to the top of Banana. There was no way for Liquid to have too many moves to get back into those rounds, and that really hurt them, I think.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the first half, it's pretty obvious that Astralis was able to maybe never let Liquid get that sort of economy game rolling that they wanted to. They find 3 rounds, lose one, find 3 rounds, lose one.
Yeah, I mean, Astralis is always just like that couple inches ahead of Liquid in a lot of the situations. That 2-on-4 that
Glaive and Sibnix,
that one where Glaive got to spawn, it looked really, really good for Liquid for a lot of the time in there, but then eventually they got to the bomb site, they took the right peaks, they played aggressively enough, but still conservative enough so that they could get those advantages and effectively capitalize on a situation that was almost lost at that point. So that's just the kind of thing that Astralis has over everyone.
Yeah, but another thing that I felt that they had was round 22.
Well, you want to talk about round 22,
I wouldn't mind talking about round 22.
How about we draw out the entirety of round 22, and we do it for you, the viewer at home. Get it to him, Chad.
This was the swing round, right? At this point, Liquid didn't win another round in the rest of the game. At this point here, they were blown out of the water, and for good sake, we have it on the telestrator right here, and this is from the perspective of the Liquid players. So I just want to point out a few things. You can see Banana control has been taken right here, if we look at this, by the likes of Astralis. Now, they actually don't have a lot of utility. This is only with pistols and very basic utility. I want to now note or put your attention to this man right here, which is Nitro and Naf. Now, Magic's Boy gets the 2 Deagle kills in this round. We can start playing it out. With the basic utility, he's able to sneak in. A flash is about to come in up here, so put your attention on the map at the top there, as one flash is going to go in, and you can follow Magic's Boy as he's actually going to push all the way into pocket. Now, they don't even know he's there. Bring your attention back to Naf's screen and the screen of Nitro. They have no idea that he's crossed to this position. We can keep playing this out now. You can see in a moment, I'm going to pause it, in Naf's face as he goes to throw this. Oh, look at that right there, in his face.
Yeah.
This is fantastic work to get that close. Now the utility we can note comes in, and they are going to smoke off those positions, so the retake does become harder for the rest of the players on Liquid. But the fact of the matter is, Magic's Boy getting the second one onto Nitro there is huge. That round is over at that point, and we actually have it from Magic's POV as well, I believe.
It's basically a look in at what is a quarterback sneak. He doesn't have the bomb, and he's not the quarterback, but still.
Yeah, obviously, just the flash, he managed to get into that pool section, and then obviously jumping up and timing it perfectly as the smoke is coming in. He gets the kill. Obviously, second kill is a little bit of one of those where the rivalry should have had it.
Yeah.
And that could have negated the whole situation.
Well, they shouldn't have let him across to that position, first and foremost. But second of all, for him to make that kill, that's the skill and a bit of luck that they gave him that room. The second one, fantastic. At that point,
why don't we find out? Yeah, I mean, we can find out if Astralis Magisk. In fact, we do have an interview lined up. We're going to be able to hear from him directly. Let's hear what he had to say.
I've got Astralis' Magisk with us just after their win. They managed to take Liquid's pick, and they'll be moving on to Nuke. Now Inferno, right? And this battle between you and Liquid, it can always be so back and forth, and even then it was so close. Now, I just saw that Zipnik's clutch there. That was insane that he pulled it off. Did you guys even think that round was possible?
No, actually, I had no idea how he did it. Honestly, I was like, how is he shooting those guys? But I'm not really sure how he did it, so I can't really tell. Yeah, it was insane. Yeah.
Now, you guys are going to be moving on to Nuke next, right, where you guys are so confident. It's normally this kind of home pick Astralis, right? Dane's on Nuke, it's what it's known for. Are you nervous too much now, given how good that performance was on Inferno? Do you think this is just yours in the bag?
Well, they are pretty good on Nuke. I think people are getting closer to us, like on Nuke in general. But it's like our best map, so we feel confident on it, and we're happy that we can potentially close out this series on this map is good for us. But I mean, they're pretty good, and to be honest, they can't beat us if they're like playing the best game. So it's gonna be a good game, and I'm just looking forward for it.
And I got to ask, you got the little home crowd out there, right, for the group stages as well. Do you like this kind of atmosphere and feel, because they're reacting to everything you guys do?
I mean, it's pretty awesome that we have, like, even though it's only group stage, it's pretty fun to feel the crowd already now, and it's only gonna get bigger from like on the real stage. So I think it's pretty cool, and I think it's great for them as well to get a bit closer to us in those group stage matches.
Well, thank you very much, man. I'll let you get ready for Nuke. Good luck going into that one. Stunner, tell me what you think about that. Once again, Astralis managing to start with a dominating win.
Domination would be the name of the game, or at least the numbers that speak for themselves. 25-17 with 107.4 ADR. Magisk was on one this game, but that's not to say Twist wasn't. We can look at his numbers as well. He certainly did the deed over there for Liquid, boistering 25-15 himself. So going into Nuke, which is what we're going to start talking about now. Guys, we know it's an insurmountable task to beat up on Astralis on Nuke.
Obviously.
We know that they're going today with the 27-0.
Maybe they go 88-0 eventually.
On the same map? That'd be something special, wouldn't it?
It really would be, I think.
I think on this one right here, it's always interesting to note, especially within the ESL formats, when Astralis are playing Nuke, it's because it's their choice, and that means the other team gets to have their side pick, right? So a lot of the time, you do see Astralis starting on that T side, and they're still putting up massive hauls of rounds. We're talking 6+. Now, the way that I think to beat Astralis on this map is to keep them at 5 rounds or less on their T side. That's the first win condition I'm looking at for.
I thought we were going to have this all elaborate, like telling how it's done.
Oh, there's a way to stop it.
All
like,
right, all right.
I don't know the exact
This is money.
way.
This is money right here.
I don't know the exact way, but when the lower site is taken by Astralis, either through secret or through ramp, their protocol for taking the correct part of the map is what needs to be stopped. I think you actually need to take the fight to Astralis and be very assertive, not let them get into the mid-round positions, because the way that they play off each other that's really rough, right? That is something that no one has really been able to deal with. So if you can brawl early in the round, I think that's the key.
Chad, do you have a way in your mind? Did you formulate a way and a game plan to stop that? Perhaps that you could grab your crayons.
I can show you what they do, and then everyone else can work out the best way to stop
I like
them.
that. Let's do it real quick. Load up that telestrator and let's see how this goes, Chad.
So this is the lower bomb site. We've been lucky enough to be able to isolate the map because Valve can't do it, but we can. Anyway, the utility that they're able to get away with when they take this lower site is they mainly want to take control of the window side, right? They're going to funnel a lot of players in through this part of the map because they know that's the only way that the CTs can really have a shot when rotating in. So if they're coming down through the vent, you know, obviously they have to play through this main corridor. This doorway here, it's so tight. It's not really a way to rotate the site. We know that there's many avenues. Obviously, we have the door, we have the window, and the CTs, they need to use these as all of the conjunction as well as ramp. So one of the things that I think that, you know, a team should try and do is stopping them from being able to take that territory, take the fight back earlier. They use a lot of utility. Now we've got they also have a variation where they're smoking off all the choke points and they're actually just going for the site plant, and they're using their Molotovs as well to clear out any positions that the CTs may be hiding in. So they have two variations of how they want to take this lower bomb site, but that's why I think that if you stop them before they can actually get to that position, you know, you actually try and take the fight to them and force them to be in lower man situations. We're talking 3v3s, 2v2s, as opposed to playing these post plants in 4v5s or 5v4s. That's where you're going to potentially have a chance of stopping Astralis.
Well, I want to give a quick B-Stream update before we go any further. The Renegades playing G2 right now, and they're sitting in a comfortable 14-8 on the third map. That would be round 23 on Cash, and it would appear as though the Renegades might be sending G2 packing.
Someone had to.
Yeah.
How many teams did they beat? Who, like, this is the thing. G2 have come into this tournament.
They beat HR.
Yeah.
Yep. They knocked out HR.
Yep. And they beat, who else?
They beat HR, they beat INTZ, and they lost to Liquid in their opener.
Yeah.
So the fact that G2 have won, you know, as many maps as what they have is props to these guys playing lights out, considering the situation this team has now found itself in. But they won't actually.
If you want to consider that a team right now, but yeah.
Yeah, I
The
guess
lineup.
the mix.
The 5 people
The
playing
core.
under G2 banner.
Well, you want to talk about banners, we want to talk about cores perhaps, but maybe we should just talk about what's on the precipice here. The Intel Grand Slam within the reach of Astralis, and if they don't do it here, they could be doing it at the Supreme Major in Katowice, but that's not where they likely want to do it. And either way,
On home soil.
we're going to be jumping into Nuke, the second map of this best of 3 between Liquid and Astralis, and one with serious implications. The winner of this best of 3 is going on to the semifinals, and, well, the loser doesn't lose. They just go down to the quarterfinals. Either way, it's about time to get into the game, so let's do just that. Liquid and Astralis on map 2 of Nuke. Here is Henry G and Sadakist.
Nuke indeed. We are here. All of those things are true. Astralis looking for 27-0.
It's quite a scary prospect.
That's on land, just to know.
That really is. And the fact that, like, it must play over your head a little bit. Like, could this be the one? Would it be a relief at that point, just knowing the pressure's off? But either way, they sub on the T side. Remember, it's their pick. Sure, it's Nuke. That's great. But Liquid are handy on this map as well. And there's no reason why they can't win. The way they're playing right now, everyone looks to be pretty decent. They're going to head towards ramp, though, Astralis. And Taco, he had the lowest numbers on Inferno. He probably will be happy just to fall back. But he's baiting that fight in. A bit of an adjustment here. Oh, God, this is huge. Gets the shot.
The shots, it certainly is. He's found the first one. Naf finding only one, but Elige, he's baiting him down, gets another. Nitro's got Magisk. This worked out very well. This could be 3 straight pistols to Liquid in this series. They've just got to have gun rounds,
yes,
and everything will be fine. Clever play for Naf. Didn't quite line them up as convincingly as perhaps he would have liked, but it was still enough to keep them distracted.
Absolutely. You can see they've got a nice read on them. Astralis only have so many pistol rounds, and this was a nice little gamble. You don't normally have 2 players in the pistol towards the ramp room, but baiting him in perfectly. That little box at the back, you don't see too many players use that too often because you don't have a retreat. You have to be baited in like he was. And there it is. And like you said, 3 out of 3 now for pistols. Didn't really give them the close of the game. 16-12 sounds close. We removed that pistol factor. It was actually quite a one-sided affair. But great start nonetheless. And we will see, presumably, the Eco come in here. Nuke's not one of those maps where Deagle Armor no nades is going to be all that successful. You're going to wait till the 3rd round, I would imagine. We'll see if they think differently. Major's got 2 kills there, so he picks up a Deagle. So suggesting we'll be pretty much full eco here. That means he gets $600. Deagle was 700. He's pretty much in line with his teammates still. So that's not a huge deal. Gives him a chance to get a couple more frags here, perhaps. We'll see what he can do. Every kill he does get will have a knock-on effect that they can win with the AKs in the 3rd.
He's outside with the AUG. We'll wait to see if anyone crosses over. Taco, meanwhile, has Glaive down. Bomb flung forward. That's not a bad start. Finding the bomb that quickly. Smokes it off as well. I think that smoke may have come from a teammate. Even I can't read this mini-map because Nuke. I think it came from Nitro. But Elige still standing. They've got an incendiary just now to keep on top of that bomb. I don't think that's going to matter. It's quite removed from the 2 remaining players of Device and Dupree. Playing for kills at this point, trying to force out some reinvestment. Hank, I heard the update's out next hour.
Who did you hear that from?
Nah, I just made it up.
Ah. Maybe it'll never come.
That would be amazing.
Glock and Deagle left. 1 kill at this point would be something. It doesn't look possible. They're going to try and get a plant down, but that bomb is nowhere to be seen. Hoping they could just maybe find a player lurking in towards lower. And now they're just like, well, we've got to go die. That sounds like a weird concept in Counter-Strike, but they want the money for next rounds. They actually want to be killed here. Dupree accepts death, moves on, and there's the 1 kill. That's fine. They get a kill, they go down, they get cash. That's all they needed. And it's that 1 Deagle that paid itself off. There we go. Auto shotgun for twists. And here comes the Kriegs and AKs. It's going to be actually Device. He even tweeted out when the update came through that he's going to try and focus on being a full-time scope player. I think it was a little bit jovial in the tweet, but overall, it makes sense. It's a very viable weapon. We had Elige break down the stats of it all yesterday. Also, shotgun is a massive factor on Nuke. Matt, it's actually one of the few maps we see do consistent work.
I actually really liked the way Oscar played it yesterday. Obviously, they had a lead, so he was taking risks, but pushing out and taking the fight to his own hands. And he was rotating ahead of the play instead of just holding hut. Because that's one of the things we talk about. You can hold hut, great. If they go there, as soon as they don't, you're kind of done.
Ooh, I was about to continue with that train of 4, but it looks like this one's just heating up. It will be Elige with a chance to get the headshot, and that's so precise. That's why the scope's so good. You can see those sort of situations, it really works out.
Cheeky little boost behind Red to try and see towards CT as well as Elige's position. This could work for them. We've seen it in the past. Dupree's the one they put up. And Elige not going to give himself up to it that easily. Perhaps, okay, they actually leave Dubry up top. Glaive finding a kill is going to round the corner. Nitro steps out. He's greeted by 3. Oh no, caught in transition back towards spawn. Has nowhere to go. Just gets completely overrun. Bit of a sloppy round from Liquid in terms of their transitions and timings, despite getting the first pick. Things got slowed down by Astralis, and now they find themselves beneath.
Yeah, this should be almost impossible. That confirms it. Taco gets dropped. The money will be fine next round. This is always a bit of a bonus situation, but so convincing from Astralis as the bomb goes down. It's Glaive to find 3 kills this time. Dupree holds defense. Not really much Twist can do. Hold on to the FAMAS. Try and find some exits here, but he might be taken down. Zipex holding the ramp, seeing if he can suss him out. He's going to have a perfect opportunity to do so. That's a fast shot, though. Twist gets another $300 in the bag and might even be able to grab an AK out of this one, but just holding up. Dupree seems to be fully aware of the prospect of him falling back. Should be a kill in a few seconds. There it is. And it will be 2-1. Astralis finding that 3rd round. They didn't do that in Inferno, remember. It's on. They went 4-0 down on their T side because Liquid actually managed to win on Inferno with the SMGs. It makes a lot more sense in that particular map. It's a much harder hold on Nuke, holding with SMGs and shotguns, etc. And Twist is going to buy the shotgun again. So I do love to see it. I think it is definitely viable, but just the way he was playing on Inferno with the rifles, you feel like, sure, it's a bit of a novel idea to have the auto shotgun, but are you stifling Twist somewhat with that weapon? We'll see.
Twist looks like he was slightly frightened when he got killed.
It can be a scary game at times. He was the player outside getting shot in the back, and this is the play you were talking about of Oscar, presenting unexpected ideas.
Well, and with the shotgun specifically, but to complement Twist and his playstyle as he gets the assist for NAF as well, he is probably, for whatever reason, the best at pushing HUD. Twist always finds a way to get through there and find a kill. It comes at the most unexpected of times, and it's not consistent in this pattern. Somehow he gets a read, whether it's immediately, as is the case with the shotgun, perhaps that's why. 40 seconds in, a minute in, he always seems to come out the door and find someone. So just keep that in mind. Him and the shotgun could actually be a little bit of a Tinder match in that position.
A super-like?
It might be a super-like.
Well, this one definitely isn't for Liquid, as Nitro will go down. Great pickup from Dupree. What's happening here? Oh my goodness. Taco, that's a brave move.
Yeah, just straight up the ladder, don't even stop.
Yeah, it works out, but still, it's a 3 versus 2. And Elige patrolling lower. This is looking very good for Liquid. Shouldn't be giving this one up at this point. Taco gets him in a fantastic spot. Flies up that ladder. Takes down Dupree. He just didn't expect it. And that's how they kick this round off as well with the hut push with the shotgun. 5-7 from NAF as well. He'll pick up the shotgun in return. Glaive and Zipex with 20 seconds remaining. They've just got to have to head towards lower. Elige is not going to let them plant cleanly, though. He's just going to wait, get 1 kill, survive. And it looks like that's exactly what's about to happen. Go for that 1 kill. Now, doesn't have to do anything. Stay back. Even if he plants, not a huge deal. Win the round cleanly.
Glaive gets Elige. Botako there to immediately slide out and get the trade. Means that the gun round goes to Liquid. And in doing so, they stifle Astralis immediately in terms of cash flow. Markets are down. No return on investment.
Well, there still is going to be something there with the bomb plan, especially with 3 players surviving before as well for Astralis. So not completely out of the woods just yet, but it is Liquid bouncing back. 2 AKs will be brought into the next round. And that's them winning a round with 2 pistols and a shotgun, a couple of rifles there. So that's going to raise morale as we get to round number 5. Doesn't look like Astralis will go for the buy here. They're averaging like 3K per player, a little bit less than anticipated. So just going to be Deagles here. Magisk with a bit more cash spends money on the helmet as well. It's $1,000 gone. No grenades, so just going to presumably go towards either ramp or outside and try and get this 1D working in their favor. But great push, and the fact that he times that so well, just as Dupree pulls a nade out as well, pretty epic stuff. Like I said, bomb goes down, sure, let it happen. Elige just stays alive and they can pincer him together. He gets 1 kill, but that's about it. Deagles, no nades, and now no Glaive.
No Zipex. Taco finding that kill as well. Deagles trying to find some kills. They still have Dupree. Okay, they don't have Dupree anymore. I was going to say, they still have Dupree alive. There's a chance they'll get some Deagle kills. It was Magisk last game that found 2 in the entry. Chad broke that down.
Did a great job as well.
Mr. Burchill.
Yeah.
Kind of like Winston Churchill. He's the leader of us all.
5-on-1. Device. Desert Eagle. Just looking for those 1Ds. Any kill would do at this point. Don't think it's going to happen, though. He's got a chance. That would have to connect just there. At this point, it's like, you know what, just kill me. Let's get it over with.
Well, if you insist.
Yes. 4-1.
Have it your way.
You could hear Zeus in the background there. Keep it up. Indeed. They absolutely have to. They want to try and at least get double digits here on the CT side. 11 would be perfect. That would be a real nice number for them to win this map out. Perfect start so far, given 1 round up, but they reset them, force an eco out. Another good round to deal with, though. No AWP on the CT side, but they do have a couple of AKs. Elise and Taco, especially Taco holding the ramp room for an AK, it really does make things a lot easier. You can challenge on the railings, the back box, go for those one taps, and not have to be as defensive. Fast play there from Astralis. Shut down. I thought they were going to commit to that. 3 players there, but didn't feel like it was going to work out. And Mages somehow has got here, right behind enemy lines, with Zipex as well. How fast was that? They potentially win the round just off this alone.
You say...
No, Nitro has no idea.
Oh, the way he checked it. Thought maybe he did. This is... Yeah, no, that's a dead man. That guy sees dead people. Magisk sees 2. He's got Naf twist down. Halij climbs back up the ladder, and Device slow react, but the ladder being the ladder that it is, means Halij has no chance. This is just remarkable. They wrap outside so quickly, there's no chance to do anything.
Well, there we have it. As soon as I saw those 2 players there by the window, that was round over. If you have no information, they've got up towards heaven, you're done for. And that's why if you don't have the AWP outside and you're leaving a very passive setup, it really does open the window of opportunity, and Astralis will jump right through it. Magisk, he should have gone down on that second player. He was actually ready to take that challenge. He dinks him. And that's why I go back to that conversation of the AK versus M4. We always kind of, maybe I do, a bit more than others, harp on about the importance of having AKs on the CT side, because then in those 1v1 battles, even when you're aware, sometimes you get the dink in, but they beat you to the punch, and the AK can prevail. But Magisk, with 2 kills, solidifies their chances, and 5 players to survive as well. Not bad at all. Great round. Really nice score from Astralis. They're taking the presence away. They smash the door open with the grenade, smoke in towards main entrance. Couple of flashes to take that attention away from outside. Zipex and Mages already at the windows. Really cool to watch. Maybe that'll be another round Chad can break down for us, because that was perfect. We will see round 7 come through, but there'll be a tactical timeout first. You see that Naf had no chance there. No information. Nitro's beneath him saying, yeah, it's clear. And this was the kill I talk about. Twist, fair play to him. Almost got the kill, but not quite. If he gets that, maybe there's a chance. But they take the timeout because they go adjust things. Nitro has spotted the floor. We're leaving outside a little bit too exposed. He picks up the AWP, meaning he can challenge that now, look towards Silo and outside, and deny them easy access like they had last round towards the heaven position. Keep it up. This is the motto of Team Liquid.
Keep it up. That's the motto of an 80-year-old man.
See what you did there.
I don't know about being the best motto for a sports team. Maybe a volleyball team?
Yes, perhaps.
Water polo team?
Oh, dear. Well, it's round 7. Money is okay for Astralis. They can afford to lose 1 round here, especially if they get the bomb down. Quick towards outside once again, but not focusing so much on the silo this time. Just trying to challenge the fact they didn't have an AWP out there, but Nitro has got a surprise for them. We know he's got that weapon now. He's currently positioned towards ramp. It's Taco who tucks himself in the back of garage. So we'll see if he can get anything done here. They've got 4 players down low already. Undetected. Those smokes doesn't necessarily always mean there's going to be a challenge down there. Elise, you might be done for, my friend. You look like you're way too aggressive. He had no intel. They hadn't communicated there was a prospect of them being there. He should not be checking about a flash or anything.
1 minute and 22 seconds, and they're already in the secret stairs. That's twice now they've gone outside quickly. You saw and mentioned it last time for Heaven. And Elise runs over with no information, thinking, it's pretty early. You're right. They just don't have the eyes. They don't have the awareness for Astralis at this point.
If you don't see them going there, you have to call that the smokes are down. There's a chance they could be across. It does look like Elise. Sure, he might have got that call, but it didn't seem like there was enough urgency with it.
There's kind of like talk mottos and slogans of things that I prescribe to. If you don't have information, you always play it as if there's a chance that it could happen, right? If you're, unless you're certain no one is there, there's a chance they are, basically.
Because with that intel in his position, I would have said holding the steps where he was, with the AUG especially, let's hold the steps. That's just, we don't know if they've got around the corner yet.
Yeah.
Let's hold the steps.
Exactly. If there's any doubt at all or any possibility they could have crossed, play it as if they have.
Well, that's fantastic. 2 quick rounds from Astralis there. Very classic default Nuke play. Couple of smokes outside, but 4 players down there. Quick is the real statement there, because Nitro wasn't there with the AWP. I'm surprised he goes ramp and doesn't go outside. After they just showed themselves to be so exposed outside, they don't take the AWP out. It's bizarre to me, but trying to move it around and keep it a little bit more dynamic, I suppose. They're waiting for Leash to challenge. He didn't stand a chance there. Device, pinpoint accuracy, as Nafly pulls a couple of kills back. Still not going to be enough, but he holds onto the rifle, of course, and he has the AWP now. Gives the M4 to Twist. They don't force into this just to know, but there's enough to win a round. Orb does go outside now, that's good to see, but it's a similar sort of setup. They've got those smokes down, they're waiting for utility to be thrown. HEs, any incendiaries, flashes, any players to challenge from Secret. But once again, going to successfully keep 4 players there. They should be keeping a player in lobby as well. This is textbook Counter-Strike. If you just jump on Zipex at this point, you'll see he's in towards the lobby. That's exactly what you need to do. A lot of teams don't keep a player in the lobby. They'll try and get 4 down the steps and 1 outside, but then you're opening yourself up for backstabs and all sorts of things can go wrong. If you keep 1 player in the lobby, it means they're contained in the upper bomb site. Their only access point is going to be the ramp or the vents. So
we talk about Liquid, how aware they are that they've been struggling downstairs. 3 on the ramp to rotate quickly. They've got 1 behind the orange boxes as well. With Deagle, yeah, Deagle only, unfortunately, but good position to catch someone off, and he does exactly that. Free with a Molotov in hand. He won't be able to run forward and get the gun because there's many other hot hands inside of the site, and now they're covering. Oh, it was till it bounced the wrong way off some sort of silly. Oh no, it didn't. It came around the corner. The X-ray made it look like it went straight back.
Glaive's position, stunning. This is so good. The fact that he just goes through as a smoke just before it dissipates, I don't think they're going for it, but still, cool to watch. And it makes sense. They've only got those 2 weapons saved in the previous round, right? Don't want to commit and give those up. Nice idea to stack towards lower. They get 1 kill, but again, way too efficient from Astralis. Their nade usage right now, their synergy is just everything. As we're looking to punish here, is that the rifle going down? Indeed, that's the AWP and the M4 loss. So no save here, I'm afraid. Absolutely not. 1 player survives, it's going to be a Liege, but not for long. Zipex will take care of him too. And you can see, this is why Astralis is considered the best on this map. They think it's their best, and for good reason. They've lost another pistol map, but now they've brought things right back to 4-4. They have not broken the money just quite of Liquid, as they buy with 2 AUGs, 3 M4s, but that means outside's going to be a problem again. Without that AWP outside, you really do need to play like Glaive does. He plays in front of the smokes outside. He plays by the T-boxes. He gets out there, makes things uncomfortable. He knows how to duck and weave and have a bit of backup as well, focusing on silo. I feel like that's going to be the setup that will really help them out. Get 2 players outside instead of leaving it so exposed. As the Liege will go for the big spray down through the smoke. Great work to get Zipex and drop the bomb as well.
Device does spot out 1 player in the form of a Liege, transitioning back in behind the blue box. The only one toward the big garage, however. As Nitro is positioned there with his AUG. And Nitro gets Device. Excuse me, he's inside. I thought he was hugging the wall inside of the door. Instead, he was at Secret off angle and makes it work. 2 players down and finally slow outside, but that's not for long. Great headshot from Glaive at range to take out a Liege on the M4. And Twist still waits inside. We've not seen much from him. They haven't put a lot of pressure on that part of the map. So why would we see much?
Well, here we go then. Nice advantage. We'll see if this is enough for Liquid the final round. This is the position I was talking about when the Liege committed to those secret steps. Holding where Nitro is right now is ideal. You can patrol lower, you can be defensive, you can have a chance to use grenades instead of taking straight up heads up duels against unknown positions. 30 seconds remaining, trying to get out onto the bomb site. Done that. Nitro, remember, on the other side, but the window doors. So the bomb's going down for sure. A little bit exposed from the other side, but they're absolutely fine now. This kill might decide. If Glaive takes on Nitro, he doesn't even spot him, so that's a problem. He's going to assume that's clear now. Nitro's got a free kill on Glaive for sure. He comes on the corner, he'll take Glaive down. At that point, it's all left to 2. There's the kill. Doesn't even want to take it just yet. Wants to. Oh, God, I was a little bit worried there.
It's a scary moment.
Yes, he has got the aim to back it up, though. Trying to force him out now. Bomb ticking at some pace, but 3 or 4 versus 1. So Brady gets his kill. He's on for a clutch. Have they got the kit? They certainly do. Absolutely fine. Naf will defuse.
You're absolutely right in saying if you get that single kill, though, they were onto the clutch, because the timing, as it were, and Naf being the only one in the bomb, there was no one else to cover off that angle at decontamination, so they easily could have made work on that with just 1 player alive, but Liquid take back the lead at 5-4. Remember, we're playing for a 27-0 Nuke LAN streak. Pimp brought it up during Chicago, I think it was, that he thought Nip actually had the longest map streak record at 27-0 on this map previously. That included some online matches, so I think that Astralis are already clear of that. Now we're going to, without a doubt, surpass, or at least tie, that tally, which is remarkable to go 27-0 on 1 map against multiple opponents.
Yeah, I can't recall anything like that in my CS career. There were no stats that was anything close to that. As Device, well, he's got a free kill. Nitro, the outside area needs adjusting. They really are giving too much away. The fact that Device is just alone, finding kills like that suggests he's going horribly wrong outside, as he'll get another as well. How do you even do anything about that, though?
They're just walking around out there and getting every angle. You're absolutely right about beating it a jet. Glaive just destroys Twist after throwing a nade as well. It's Naf and Taco.
That could have got them back in the round, that one kill. Patrol lobby, lock him in lower, but how Glaive hits that, I don't know. Device, fast outside. They definitely need to either send 2 players out there, get the AWP set up, or just get someone the secret steps to play it in that fashion. Get the AWP on the secret steps, perhaps. Nitro can just patrol. But this is getting worrying, as this is a reset again. They have to hold on to the AUG and AK. This looks too easy for Astralis in these gun rounds. The hunt is on. Can they find these last 2 players?
Device certainly doesn't have to find them. They're just going to give themselves up. It's like freeze tag, and he's it.
4 kills. Barely loses any HP. What an absolute monster. You can't teach that. The aim he's got, the awareness, the positioning, it's just also perfect to watch. He's not a one-trick pony. People just consider him to be the AWPer. He was a rifler at the start of his career. Definitely still very proficient with that as well. And as you see him get outside, Nitro has no clue he's that close. That just goes to show how bad things are going out there. Glaive recovers from throwing a Molotov and still gets that key frag, and it is going to be eco for Liquid. That great start, very similar scenes to Inferno here. Win the pistol, looks great. All of a sudden, it seems like Astralis are in full control. They have not won a pistol yet out of 2 maps. 3 out of 3 for Liquid. Glaive outside once again. Straight down towards lower. And if you are just joining us, we played Inferno first, which was Liquid's pick. Unfortunately, they have to veto train as they go to veto, and that's one of the main reasons why Astralis considered number 1, because they can play anything. They'll still happily play Cash, even though that's their go-to veto.
Apologies if I just coughed in your ear.
No, it's okay. That button, I'm just going to say, you do hear yourself, but it doesn't go on broadcast.
Been throwing me off, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
Hit that one with the cough.
All right. I figured it out. I'm new here.
But
yeah, no, it's a good point as well, because Astralis, obviously they went to double overtime against MIBR on it when we were at ECS in the group stages, but they're starting to play that. So it's not like Liquid can gamble and say, oh, well, they don't play it either, we'll leave it in the pool. No, Astralis could easily just pick it instead, right?
No one's going to be able to challenge Astralis like consistently in best of 3s until that map pool is solid enough, like 6 out of 7 strong maps, just like they've got. Either way, Alish, he's on for a couple of kills. Glaive can't go for the challenge there. There's a very small chance I think we can win this, maybe not anymore. Alish goes down, Nitro in position. Bomb is actually down. He's got 6 HP, but he controls his round with 20 seconds remaining. He actually might have an advantage here. There's the bomb, he spotted it. I think he's done it. With the time remaining, I don't think they can even get... Oh, they've stolen the bomb away. Oh, there is time. Nice idea from Nitro. Didn't really work out the way he wanted to. I was about to say, if he just stays alive now, they might have a chance to plant, but they do. There was 1 second left, to be fair, but he'll have to save it now. That was actually tantalizingly close.
Yeah, with 6 HP, he can't justify going for that. I wonder if...
Go on.
It's a tough one to read, right? But you know where the bomb is. You know that they're going to go back out toward planting it at the upper site. Molotov through Skylight? At that point, he has one.
That's, yeah, I guess if he could...
There's got to be a lineup for that, surely, to have on top of the bomb. That would be a sick post plant, even. Like, in that situation, you get someone out toward the roof still. There's got to be a lineup for that.
Yeah,
Anders
definitely
would know.
Well, Nitro maybe had the challenge for at least 1 kill there, just to slow them down a little bit. Tried to be a little bit too smart. He owned it to get in that position, but then at that point, just slipped away. They grabbed the bomb, got away with it. And it will be round 12 now. 6-5, that was the eco. Now, what are they going to do to adjust outside? We know that's the problem. They're going to be aware of it as well. They're giving way too much freedom out there. Do they send 3 at the start, just triple nade it maybe? Or get the AWP towards secret steps? I want to see a variation. They cannot continue the way they are and allow outside to be exploited in the fashion it is. Naf has the AWP, not Nitro. So maybe he's just like, you know what, guys? I'll go outside. If Naf goes outside now, it'll be one of those moments. He's just like, you know what, boys? I'll do this. He's done it before. He knows he has to step up at times. We will see what this tactical timeout brings. They need to adjust it. Zeus has got to be aware of it too. Really having a rough time here. Astralis continue their dominance on Nuke. Device at the top with Glaive. That's turning into quite a duo itself. Glaive has really excelled in this in-game leading position. Doesn't slow down his fragging. If anything, it enables him, I think, to find more. That's the way I look at the in-game leading role. Let's see whether the AWP is adjusted. Elige and Nitro outside, so you have more manpower here and a good nade to actually slow Device down. Playing secret steps, this is better.
Device holding out, smoke down. Secret steps, as you say, is a little bit better for Elige. He's been in this position before with Nitro last time with Elige that was behind the blue crate, so they've swapped each other around. Still trying to go into battle, though. Device is going to Molotov him off. He's not forced to peek. Nitro, he did Stupri at the very least, but Device, by design, takes out Elige.
So still, that was better, but a 4-on-4 definitely advantageous towards Astralis. The AWP's there, though, just in the nick of time, but the boost can make things a little bit overwhelming. If Device peeks with the AK and surprises him, he still might have the kill here. We'll see. Naf needs to be very careful holding the aircon unit right now. Oh, the flash is perfect. They actually get down, and he misses the shot. That's disappointing for him.
Missed two. Yeah, that's massively disappointing because now Astralis control the lower site once more. Sticking back out, Device standing on top of the box, wide open for Nitro to get the kill. Taco's actually countered off one, but stuck inside of the vents. There's really nowhere to hide anymore. If you get to those stairs and you have the linear perspective from the wall, it just fires into a narrow corridor with no place for cover other than back up the ladder. And then he transitions into the site, finds that as well. Nitro's down. This is just insane. Xyp9x finds yet another kill, all onto Twists, 1-on-2. And what was a 2 versus 4?
Too good. It's not fair.
I want my money back.
Yeah, that's... It's just unbelievable. Like, if you're trying to be a team as good as Astralis, I'm not sure it's possible. Their chemistry is what I love the most. And that's a nice play from Twist. Gives himself a fighting chance with no kit. Bomb not even defusable at this point. He knows it. Got to get out of that. Decent effort. Doesn't really affect things at all, even if he gets a lot of kills, because they've got like 13k on 2 players. No money really at all for Liquid. This is starting to fall apart. We said they needed double digits on the CT. That's not even possible anymore. To even get a half victory will be a struggle. 7-5 down. Eco up against them as well. They know this game and this series is slipping away from them. Got to keep their heads held high, though.
And this is final boss for Team Liquid as well. We heard Zeus in the pregame say it. They haven't really beaten Astralis in a best of 3 yet this year. On top of that, they just came off the win at Malta, which would have put them on a high and thought to themselves, you know what, we can do this. And then this series is a bleak reminder that maybe you can't.
Just to note, this is for a berth in the semi-finals.
Right,
if you lose this game, you're just in the quarterfinals. So it's not like a massive deal. You give it up, but obviously getting a day off and being able to observe all your opposition, that's huge.
So Device takes out Nitro, and with just pistols, we've got Taco Twist. Definitely is trying to accomplish some sort of feat. Twist's already pushing back into that lobby position. We said he loves to do it. They'll actually get a kill on that, which is a gun grabbed by Twists as well, and Naf's going to exit with him. Rather than taking the unknown stroll back toward the site with a main and possibility,
now they go up.
They don't want to take that chance. And you're right. They thought maybe I was wrong. I thought they were doing it so that they wouldn't have to combat the second they came out from HUD. But they thought maybe that they were already pushed through your radio and down below, and it's the one time they go upper.
It's so frustrating, isn't it? What a call.
Step ahead.
Just when you think you've got them, opening pick, let's funnel them down towards lower. We've got a stack there. They've just run an upper, found an open bomb site. And the round's over. Best thing that can happen for Liquid now is saving the AK. And that's what Twist is going to try and do, heading towards CT spawn. Oh my goodness. Astralis, that's going to be them winning the half at this point on the T side of Nuke.
Yep.
Not easy to do. And they can find a couple more rounds here as well. They're looking for double digits. That's the scary thing. There they are. Cool, calm, and collected. The bomb explodes. Twist will survive the AK. No one hunting him too dramatically. Money not really a factor for Astralis at this point. Don't have to talk about that again. They've got enough for the rest of the last 2 rounds. AWP comes out for Nitro. We've talked about it to some extent now. They really do need to get that AWP outside. Maybe it's the standard play. Garage / watching those positions and trying to slow them down, but it doesn't seem to be working at all. I'd like to see him to send 3 rifles out there. Just at the start of the round. Nade it.
Test immediately.
Get stuck in. They just don't seem to be adjusting much at all. So Nitro is there in the standard position which we asked for. He's in garage with the AWP. That's all we wanted. Just to get the intel. He can rotate when the smokes come down. Glaive with the orb.
Yeah, Glaive's going to sneak through the smokes. Not quite far enough up to go around the red crate yet. Good wall, counter off. If the position allows Elige a little bit of time as well to get inside of the stairwell. Device not peeking it. Not yet, at least, on top of the silo. Roof, in fact, on the pipe, wants to jump up late. Nitro's given up the position. Perhaps with the smokes, he's anticipating the boost that they've used many times, but back toward the lobby. That's where we've got to watch. Bomb still in that position as well. Glaive goes by. They don't have the information. Op, he's going to wait for the smoke to dissipate, obviously, and try and just surprise them and say, hey, guess what? I've been here the whole time. You didn't know it.
Yeah.
Who enters lower with an op?
It's audacious. He's by himself, going around these narrow corridors with the sniper rifle. He's going to throw a nice little grenade off there. He saw the trajectory of that flashbang. He knows there's a player to his left. He's going to challenge, goes for the quick scope on the corner. So he's just showing presence at this point. That should be a kill for Astralis. Snapfly can't do anything about it. Molotov on his feet, bullets in his direction, and Magus now, he'll be traded out, presumably. Taka needs to be very careful here. Does stay alive, but he's stuck in the corner. Should be able to escape that problem now. 4 versus 4. There is a diffuse kit, but no real utility for the CTs to hold them off. 20 seconds remaining, though. That is a good point, as they'll have to head towards upper. Trade once again. Twist maintains the man advantage. 3 on 2. 14 seconds remain. Great shot from Glaive. Is there enough time to get that bomb planted?
Ooh, spots out one more up above. Nitro. It drops the bomb down, though. He's not going to get it in time. That would have been amazing. If it dropped the bomb down, he was able to pick it up and plant. But either way, they're going to be all over him like a hawk. Like white on rice. Butter on bread. Fur on a cat.
It all works.
Something like that. 8-6. They at least get one more back on the Liquid side. And they'll have guns, therefore, to fight in round 15. Taco finally winning out on ramp.
They could have traded that a bit more efficiently. If you had to point out a problem there, they could have been right on it as soon as and got Taco straight away. But can't really poke many holes in this terrorist game plan from Astralis. That's if I'm really reaching as we get into round 15. Nitro, again, this is just classic AWP gameplay. We didn't see this enough at the start, and that's why Device was just absolutely destroying them with an AK, just walking out there by himself. This time, Nitro in a bit more control. And he spots the glove, but the smoke goes down. That's going to shroud the vision. I'll have to focus on Silo now.
2 smokes down, same play yet again. Nitro can't get information. Almost needs to be preemptive at this point, but good luck on that. Just still waiting to go on top of the silo as well, perhaps just looking in his angle. Not sure if he's around the corner enough to see Secret, but wanted to secure his team gets in there. There's no need for him to overcommit to the peak. Very narrow angle, in fact, to see if anyone's going to push out Garage behind them. Famas for Taco. In this round 15, it's all forward to bring out with the utility he elected to go for it. Nitro's going to rotate that back around toward the ramp room as well, but Dupree holding the front of main, has Naf to worry about. Flash out, they're going to push in. He gets behind the box, but Glaive knows that's the angle in which he would be hiding, should he be blind, and as he was, he were.
That flashbang, what can you really do?
Oh.
Every shot, every play is just so difficult to hold against as Dupree gets the third. That's going to confirm the round. We're going to have 9-6 here. Unless Twist does something absolutely remarkable here, there's almost no chance Liquid can win this. He pushes into lobby. He knows his days are numbered in the upper bomb site. Zipex still so patient in the lobby. Twist aware of his situation. Unfortunately, not really worth building up a gravitas here because bombs down, 4 on 1. That's going to be round. Even if he finds 3 more kills, he probably doesn't have time to defuse. So there we go. After losing the pistol again and going down 2-0, it's the 3rd round force buy, but it went 4-1 as Liquid reset them there.
Yeah,
so
that's right. That's a
up.
reset as well.
And so the reset coming in, they have a great start there, but again, as soon as the proper gun rounds begin, Astralis just look absolutely unstoppable. It's crazy in their gun rounds. Like, to be fair, Liquid could have adjusted outside a bit sooner. Towards the end, it seemed they had more of a grasp on it, but the rounds that were given away were a little bit ludicrous. The fact that Device could find 2 kills in the back and they had no idea what was coming is a bit of a problem. But here's some of the highlights. Plenty of them going to be on the Astralis side. Glaive and Device with the majority of the heavy lifting, but these kind of great plays as well. I love that split. It's the one I wanted Chad to break down. The fact they got players towards heaven before the CTs even realized.
No, absolutely. They were past the AC. Just every round, they seem to be so far ahead of Liquid, and you're right, it was 4-1 with a reset, and yet Astralis come back to win 9 rounds in the half. That speaks volumes about their T side. And that's a lot to do with the streak. They said it on the desk. The fact that this is their map choice means that most often, not always the case, ECS unite for sides still, but in most cases, if you pick the map, you do not pick the side, which means all these wins, they've pretty much started on the T side in each and every one of them.
Yep.
Majority of them, at least. I won't say all of them, but still impressive because that is the hardest way to do it.
We're into the second half. Astralis 9-6, but Pistols have not been going in their favor today, but the gun rounds certainly have. So take from that what you will. As we get into it, it's going to be a fast upper play by the looks of things. Team Liquid making their way out of the Glocks. They've got plenty of CTs on the other side, and it's a meat grinder here. Mages and Dupree hitting absolutely everything, but Taco fights back somewhat. They still have a slight chance here. This kill might decide it. A frantic reload there from Magisk as it comes down to just Twist now. He won a 2 versus 1 before. Can he do it again? Oh my goodness, they break his back as he flips over. Amazing work there. Great pin send. Finally, Astralis pick up a pistol round.
Yeah, 1-3 in pistols. Astralis finally get one in their name, and that could be pretty disastrous for Liquid. They've relied on pistols for the majority of the rounds. 4-1 off the start. This time, as we said, 7-0 if you convert both halves and pistols in the last map. They only finished with 11 on Inferno, so this could just be Astralis making quick work, short work of Liquid. They'll get aggressive again to go to heaven, to get guns out. Glaive's going to flash outside, smoke off as well. That limits Liquid, holds them at bay. He spots them running toward red as well, and rather than throw a nade, gets ready on the UMP, but perhaps aware that a drop from the top could catch him off. He doesn't want to take the fight. He leaves that instead to Magisk on the AUG up above. Good awareness on that situation as well, because Glaive, if he did overstep and someone came from above, they could easily take him and his weapon, but Magisk holds true. Good shot. You're gasped a little bit for Twist Deagle, but it's still 11-6.
Well, whenever Twist starts with a Deagle, I'm always quite excited for multi-frags, but just the one. You can see at the very top is going to be Mages to frag distribution. That really says it all. So no one's running away with the frags, but you've got 2 players on 12, 2 players on 13, just Zipex on 7 there. This goes to show you why they're so good on Nuke. Everyone seems to be filling their role perfectly and doing their job correctly. This is the bonus situation we've been calling it for Astralis with the SMGs brought over from the previous round, 2 Orgs as well. And this one to talk about Glaive. We didn't see any of this from Nitro. He gets in these sort of positions, and unfortunately doesn't work out for him this time. You can see he's challenging a lot more than what Liquid were. So he's trying to shut down that prospect of getting towards the secret steps. 4 versus 3. And Taco knows he has to find a kill here. Spots one, but he has been spotted in return.
Just gets the kill on the AUG again, so yeah, 4-on-2. Chad points said something nice on Twitter. Grand Slam certainly a talking point. The Nuke streak a talking point, but winning back-to-back ECS and EPL titles, all 4 of the Pro League seasons in 1 year.
It's not bad, is it?
How about that? Yeah, talk about dominance. Forget your Fnatic. Forget your NIP. Forget your SK. This is a whole new era.
They've had like perfect streaks online as well with Pro League. And ECS, it's been pretty crazy to watch. We'll see Tech9s come out. CZ's a partial buy. Liquid now already grasping at straws at this point because there's not really much you can do on Nuke with just pistols. You go for a vent dive, a ramp push. Can't really do much outside. Get on the silo short. Dupree, big spray down, aware of the prospect of them getting through that door, but Glaive actually gets himself in the vent. So great smokes and a bit of trouble here. Maybe not. Okay, how they recover from that looks like he was certainly going to die. It's now the 5-on-2. Destruction is delivered in the upper bomb site. Clinical round from Astralis. Just when it looked like they're about to lose 2 frags as well. They recover. They're working well. And that should be the 2-0 pretty much confirmed. I just don't see them giving up much more at this point. They're looking way too good. They've got plenty of cash. I mean, they've brought out the AWP yet. So we'll see if Liquid have anything left in the tank. I'm not sure they do. It was always going to be a difficult process taking them down when Nuke's in the map, where it had to be an Inferno victory just because Nuke was map on 2. Didn't happen, and we find ourselves in this position. Looking for 27-0 on LAN for Astralis playing Nuke.
Just to note as well, the other match that is now underway is the lower brackets of, lower bracket final, I suppose, to be technical, of the Group B. That's Na'Vi versus Ghost. Ghost doesn't really lead at 5-2. 6-2 now, in fact.
Na'Vi looked revitalized in the game I watched from them today. Actually looked pretty good. Wasn't the best opposition, but they were winning like 14-1 in Dust 2. What we saw yesterday suggests they really need to work on the theory side of the game. I hope they can bring it back and show us that world-class form we expect, but I'm not excited to have anything
I
in the
love
deep
this
tournament.
position. I love this position. I thought this was going to be used a lot more. Device, he knows they're there. He can see them through the smoke, but can't find the shot. They're never going to check this. AC top, big garage. One already. Fires in, knows that they're over there, gets the second, even to hug the wall. So much damage, and he just stays up there as well. If not for the smokes, and if he had committed to the spray, that could have been a whole lot more for Device, but look at how much damage he's done as they transition down the stairs. He drops in behind them, and it's Taco, the last remaining player for Liquid. Gets one, but drops in and finds certain death with 2 players staring at the ladder.
You are absolutely right. That is a position. When I first saw this iteration you come out, I think I was with you. It was like, wow, this position's sick. You can get out here and sit behind that, but obviously you're exposed to flashbangs and stuff. But if you know they're dropping all those smokes and trying to get past, why not use it? It's so strong, and Device, we haven't seen any pro, at least we've cast, use that position like effectively. He gets 1 kill, sure, but it makes him so uncomfortable. He does so much damage. They have to just knife out and get down the stairs, and of course, teammate waiting. It will be 14-6. They're going to have to buy here. They cannot recover a 15-6 deficit. They can't afford an eco. Need this to work out for them. Wow. Hell of a play.
Yeah, that's just so cool. That's wicked. I mean, there's so much you can do out there. The one position that I think you're most vulnerable from is the silo.
Sure.
Someone comes up there, they get a downward angle on you, and if they see you, they can wreck you, but you pretty much have to jump on everyone because it's not a preempt position. It's not like anyone goes up there. That's the first time we've seen it. Like,
if you chuck it in once every few maps, you know, like, of course it's going to work. That's so cool. No one expected it. No one even knew where he was when he got that first kill.
No, not a clue.
So Galil's AK's bare bones utility.
I'm willing to say they probably didn't know where he was even after because he fired through smoke and then dropped behind them.
Probably don't even have a name for the position, you know. They're like, where would you? He's like, he's on top of garage. It's just like, what would you even say? I don't think there's even a proper name for it. I don't know.
Let's call it Device.
Yeah. We'll just call it the Device. Well, it is going to be an opening pick. They try to get towards ramp. They got in successfully. It was just getting towards low as the problem, and now Zipek's got a guaranteed frag here. Takes down Taco. No trades there. It's unfortunate. Not the best, but they know they need kills here. Alige can't find them. And Naf with just 18 HP with twists. Looks like series points in the bag, I have to say. Bombs down. And they've got a couple of smokes. I guess there's something there, but they're not together. Really going to have to need something remarkable to happen at this point.
Naf with the bomb down, tries to smoke himself in. Very close flash out the other side. Zipix chooses not to pounce upon him.
They can see the bomb still.
Well, I was going to say, as soon as he threw the smoke, he used to be susceptible of going down if Zipix wanted to, but you're right, they can still see the smoke. No panic, no need to push through, and Zipix has Naf down, so just on the twist in now a 1-on-4 at 14-6. This 27-0 looking very, very likely for Astralis.
Yeah, they say it's their best map. That streak won't be broken today.
Not only that,
go on.
It's them going through to the semifinal, which gets them a shorter route to that Grand Slam.
Yes, the gold bars.
And if, perchance, Na'Vi don't perform, they've now beaten team number 2 convincingly. You've got Na'Vi struggling. That's
no
team number 3. No phase, which is team number 4. And then you have MIBR as your next closest. I mean, this is looking pretty good for Astralis at this point.
Well, they struggled on day 1. You remember they gave up Mirage. I think it was the Hellraisers. But still came out swinging towards the end. That's here we go. All or nothing, boys. MAC-10s, pistols, SMGs, no rifles. Should be over here. If it's not, it's just delaying the inevitable. We'll see. Same position for Device. He is really trying to make this a thing. I'm a big fan of it. Why not? Auto sniper, Matt, in this position. What do you think?
See if it works. He's confident they didn't see him last time, so he's playing it again. The problem is the smokes. Oh, misses the shots. Now Taco sees him and removes him. Actually got glaive before that as well, so not too bad. Auto sniper up there. Yeah, you know what? Why not? No reason why I couldn't see it working. It's about catching them off on that angle, but unfortunately, didn't really work in his favor that time. Magic's gonna rotate down. Great position from Zipix as well because he does not have the vents to worry about. He can just play the backside. Silo to deny, and that's all too easy. I actually think this position's so overpowered at this point. We saw Lekro with a deagle win around on it quite impressively at ECS as well. As Twist does find Magisk on the MAC-10. It's all under Dupree. At least they've pulled one back on Liquid's side. This 15 maybe where it halts for now, and Liquid to find number 7. Dupree trying to do what he can on the AK. Yeah. No bomb plant yet. Molotov's gonna force him back. Okay, I thought he might try and push in, but Twist goes out instead. One more at least.
3 players survive. Bit of a cheesy round there from Astralis. You won't see that again, I don't think, anytime soon. Auto sniper on top of the garage, backed up by an orc. Didn't really work out, but still, doesn't mean too much. They've still got a full buy here. The orb comes out this time, going to close it out in style. Sonic doesn't like any messing around, so maybe he'll just be like, right, back to regular broadcasting here, boys. Just calm down. 8 rounds in a row required for overtime.
Yeah, get rid of that auto sniper. Auto snipper. So that's the first round for Liquid on the T side as well. Comes on the back of that. So Zipix to push up in ramp. Just fire in. Ooh, he's trying, isn't he? To catch out Taco through the smoke, who fired a few shots back. He does come out worse for wear, though, Dupree, as he goes down to 40. He leads with a Molotov. Presumably that drops onto the hut from that position. Yeah, that would. So through the skylight, straight down, no one there. Majiska's above it. Smoke on to Secret, however, you're right. They can't find it. Are they lost in the gray screen? They finally get down. Dupree couldn't get a kill as a result of it. Device, meanwhile, did find a leash. But Taco holding off the back of the stairs, has Nitro go aggressive toward the ramp. Bomb's not in position, so they have the lower site, but they've got the bomb outside, which is a long way to go to get back to the bomb site. And not only that, they realize they're not planting. Device is still on the stairs with an AWP. He can find, from Secret stairs, the bomb and end the round himself. Now, they've cleared the site. Device looking backwards, he could actually, okay, I take it back. He's not aware at this point, so he could actually be taken down. Oh man, this is tight. Depends on what Device becomes aware of. Misses the shot, gets removed, and Magisk now in 1-on-4.
Certainly is. It was looking so good for Liquid, and they realized they didn't have the bomb with them, but luckily they get all the frags required, and that confirms it. We're going to see Astralis start to be a little bit worried for cash at this point. They still have 1 more buy in their reserves. 7 rounds now as Liquid get their first 2 on the board of this half. Maybe a little bit too late at this point. Remember that round with the auto sniper and stuff? I don't really regard that as a proper gun round. That's just Astralis trying to finish things off in style. I would say you won't see them do that in a normal round, if you want to call it that. All power for Nitro. He'll be facing towards the main entrance here. Alige back on the silo. Can they possibly hold on the T side of Nuke against Astralis?
Slave heard Naf. He made 1 step. Molotov.
No, I think that's
no, that was T side. Yeah, what am I saying? I was like, where did that come from? But then I realized that was entirely T side. So horrible Molotov is more the case. And Alige.
Just as he was checking beneath himself.
Yeah. I'm confused by all of that. The Molotov there, Naf's already in position. He's looking down, and then boom, he gets nailed by the op as he's standing in the open. Bit of a chaotic situation for them. Twist does at least get Glaive back, but he's going to have to open up more than just one. He's got Dupree running toward the lobby. Nitro spotted him, AWP, but they know he's inside of the door, therefore spraying. That brings Magisk back out on the floor, and he's not messing around. He's going to own the dance floor. Bomb down. Does eventually expire as he had to change over to the pistol. Nitro with an op, 28 HP, and going against the one man you wouldn't want to.
That smoke doesn't actually help him. I guess he's trying to suggest that he's going to cross towards the bomb site here, but full vision of the bomb, he knows he's low as well. Zipex will be more than happy just to hold a position like this, watch the bomb. Time ticking away. Huge advantage here for the CTs. Nitro doesn't have the veil of the smoke anymore. We'll have to nail this shot, and it's not going to happen. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You are witnessing Counter-Strike perfection there. That's how it's done. Very few mistakes made. Lost a pistol and bounced back. 4-1 down, Matthew, and still just look absolutely unbelievable on Nuke.
27-0 on LAN. You've seen hat hair. Have you seen headphone hair? Dupree's got some. That's an impressive record from Astralis. A streak unbeaten and been analyzed by websites, pundits, all of them, as Liquid will fall 2-0, but they'll go into a quarterfinal. They're still through to a playoff.
Yes.
So there is something to hold their heads high about at the very least.
Yeah, the fact they're in the quarterfinals still, maybe they need a bit of work and another game to kind of pick things up a little bit. It's not the worst scenario, get used to the proper stage environment and everything. There are some benefits. Obviously, you'd always take the semi-final over it, but still, Astralis on their road to the Grand Slam now. That's such an exciting prospect. That'll make Counter-Strike history. $1 million on the line for themselves. And
on top of the current prize pool that already exists.
Which is huge still, right?
$700 It's something, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Absolutely, it's really quite exciting here. I enjoyed that match a lot. It is 2-0, he didn't get the third map there, but Inferno was fantastic. Nuke, you just had to enjoy how brilliant Astralis are, right?
They are incredible in every way, and they're into a semi-final in front of their home audience. A chance for the Grand Slam. Liquid will do it again in the quarterfinal to try and get back to their opposition, to try and get revenge, maybe even win this event by surprise. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the desk.